Rakta Yahweh,
Rakta Yahweh,
Rakta Yahushua,
Rakta Yahushua,
Rakta Yahweh,
Rakta Yahweh,
Rakta Yahushua,
Rakta Yahushua,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Rakah,
Ka,
Kudash,
Kadash.
and double honor to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, to still brothers teaching and truth and in sincerity. Hey, prophecy, prophecy, prophecy. Okay, in this lesson, starting off, is going into burn, baby, burn. And what are we talking about? The United States of America. Why? Because it's prophecy. Well, here's Joel 28:16.
Book of Job 28, verse 16. It cannot be valued with the gold or Ophir, with the precious onyx or the sapphire.
Right. Now, if you can receive this in the spirit, America, all right, is likely to what? The land of Ophir. All right? Now, bro, get Ophir according to the Hebrews. All right? Going into what? That America would be the sacrifice. Right? And America is the offering. Go ahead, bro.
So it says for Ophir, reducing to ashes.
Reduced to ashes. Now, America will be reduced to ashes. All right, point blank period, and this is prophecy of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yamshah. Over reduction or reduced to ashes, hence America. All right, hence America. Get Isaiah 30.
All right, this says Isaiah 34. It says, "Come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all that come forth of it." Two, it says, "For the indignation of the Lord."
The indignation of Yahweh means what? Righteous anger. Okay, go ahead, bro.
Upon all nations.
That's right. So all these nations participation in wickedness, man. Hence the book of Joel. Go ahead. And if y'all want to add, go ahead.
And his fury upon all their armies.
Go ahead.
He have early destroyed them. He have delivered them to the slaughter.
Right now, this is the aftermath of the destruction of Yahweh Shai, going into the second coming of Yahweh Shai, which will include what? Nuclear activity. Go ahead. Got something? Go ahead, brother.
This is Isaiah 13 and 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people.
A great people. What is the great people? Hence nuclear activity, man. Go ahead.
A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together.
Right?
The Lord of hosts mustered the hosts of the battle.
So Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shah is creating this. Okay, this is his game plan. Okay, so America was created just to be destroyed. All right? Y'all want to add something?
Like the brother said, Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shah, he's getting those invitations to all these other nations. They're going to meet over there where it says Armageddon. You know what I'm saying? Going to judge all nations. So it says, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation.
The weapons of his indignation. Okay, also according to Revelation, the 18th chapter, his weapon of indignation is what? A plague. Okay, a plague that will the United States of America to ashes, man. Go ahead.
It says to destroy the whole land.
To destroy the whole land. Now, if the whole land is destroyed, that means what? It would never be rebuilt again, man. All right? Something? Go ahead. Oh, go read yours out, y'all.
This is Jeremiah chapter. Jeremiah chapter 50.
It's all good, bro. Keep reading to me, bro. Keep up to it.
All right. Isaiah 30, 34 and 3.
Right?
It says, "Their slain also shall be casted out,
Right?
and their stink shall come up out of the carcasses,
Go ahead.
and the mountains shall be melted with their blood.
Go ahead.
And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heaven shall be rolled together as a scroll."
Now, what is that? That's that mushroom cloud. And that goes to show you that Esau knows about this reduction of ashes. Why? Because he places this mushroom cloud in certain movies, man. Okay, I seen a movie in the 70s talking about the destruction of America. Now, if they didn't know any better, why did they put that clip within that movie? Go ahead, bro.
The movie Planet of the Apes, which came out like in 1968. They was talking about America being that forbidden zone, you know? Because you saw the head of the Statue of Liberty was like in the ashes, you know?
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 29. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow.
The archers. What is the archers? It's symbolic for countries that have nuclear capability, man. Bending the bow is what? It's symbolic for releasing that nuclear destruction, man. Go ahead, bro.
And it says, camp against it round about.
Camp against it round about, meaning what's surrounded. Okay, go ahead.
Let none thereof escape.
Why? Because the spirit of the Most High is going to be placed on these missiles. And that's spoken of in the book of Joel. Go ahead.
It says, recompense her.
Payback. Recompense means payback. Go ahead.
According to her work.
Why? Because America was that golden cup in the Lord's hand. Golden means the top, number one position. Cup means what? Portion. So America has had that top position in wickedness, man. Okay, and we see that every fucking day, man. Go ahead, bro.
It said, recompense her according to her work.
According to her works. And her works is what? For being wicked, for being that great harlot. Okay, having these other countries assimilated to America's lifestyle, man. Everybody want to be like America, not like Mike. Everybody want to be like America, man. Go ahead, bro.
It says, according to all that she have done.
All she has done. And look how she did the nation of Israel, man. Okay, point blank period. The apple of the Most High's eye. And not to mention how she has raped these other countries as well for their resources. And put a central bank within those countries, man, for what? That dominant control, man.
It says, according to all that she have done, do unto her, for she have been proud against the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shah, against the Holy One of Israel.
That's right. She has been proud, meaning what? Everything that the Most High tells us not to do, America is pro it. Okay? America is anti. America is against it. America is the op of Yahweh Shem.
The anti-Messiah. Example, you know, how we should be on the right-hand side. America is a living example on how not to be on the left-hand side, man. And that way has been forwarded throughout the whole earth, man.
That's right.
You know, that cup has been passed around. You see, so the Lord is going to completely destroy the source of the problem, man.
That's right.
You know, the mother of harlots.
That's right.
You go to the word mother, mother in the Hebrew, meaning the Greek, Qatar, all right? It goes to the source of something, the motherland. And this is the motherland of wickedness, man.
That's right.
And it says, therefore, shall her young man fall in the streets,
Literal.
and her men of war shall be cut off in that day, said the Lord.
Literal.
Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, said the Lord, power of
So
hosts.
it's nothing that these Edomites can do. America would never be made great again. No matter what type of game plan you want to create or compose, it's finished. It's done.
Different protests, the riots, the stimulus packages. You know? Let's put it like now let's put it like a band-aid on like a wound that's oozing out blood, man.
Yeah, because what people don't understand, it's your how about you now shine that's against America. The scripture saying, I'm against thee, O most proud, man. You know? Because you people don't understand that this pandemic is just the beginning. It's going to end in nuclear destruction. It started with the Crown Royal 19, but it's going to end in nukes, man. Because the Lord's in the nation, because the scripture talks about how the Lord is angry with the wicked every day, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
So day by day, he gets more and more angry. So the plague is going to intensify more and more, man. All the way up into the nukes. You know? And it says, behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, said the Lord, power of hosts, for thy day is come.
Isn't America proud? You know, according to America, America is the greatest country ever. And at this time frame right now. But hey, everybody understand, even these nations outside of America see the decline, except for Americans living within this land, man. They don't see it. Why? Because they've been dumbed the fuck down.
And it says, for thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee.
Judgment, judgment. And how is the Most High going to visit America? In the form of his right hand, which is Yahweh Shai, and secondly, nuclear activity.
It says, behold, it says in verse 32, it says, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up.
Meaning what? Once America falls out of that leadership, she will never stand up again.
And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him.
Nuclear activity, man. Those missiles are being of America to reduce America to ashes, man. That burnt off. And that would be the final burnt offering of Yahweh.
15 verse 11. Now Pup is brought down to the grave.
Pup is going into proud. You've been proud. Your mindset, your ego. Go ahead.
In the noise of thy bowels, the worm is spread under thee.
And what is worm? That's symbolic for what? Decay, corrosion. Okay, and when you have decay, when you have corrosion, that means what? You're breaking down.
Start at verse 23. And the light of a candle shall shine over all envy.
Why? Why? This is the aftermath of America being destroyed. That's the reason why. Okay, America is going to be a memorial of what not to do and what not to do. An example. Hey, lead by example, right?
And the voice of the bridegroom and the bride should be heard no more at all envy.
No more good times. Okay, why? Because at this state is what? A state of mourning, a state of sorrow, a state of death. Okay?
When it said in the book of Ezekiel, it was written thereof in that book, lamentation, mourning, and woe.
Oh, that's right. A burn, baby, burn. Burn, baby, burn.
For thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived.
And what? Your philosophy, your women's liberation, okay? Your money system, your philosophy such as democracy and Christianity, okay? You have to be taxed for that wicked, those wicked attributes.
And in 2 Ezra 16 and 13, for strong is his right hand.
Strong is his right hand. The right hand of who? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Go ahead.
Bend the bow.
Bend the bow. Symbolic for what? Releasing of nuclear capability, man.
His arrows that he shoot are sharp.
Missiles, literal. Go ahead.
It should not miss.
And shall not miss. That's why it's called transcontinental. Trans means across, continental means land. From one side of the earth to the other side of the earth, man.
In the book of Hebrews, it say how the Most High is a consuming fire.
That's right.
Meaning that his energy is going to be a part of those chariots, man. So that's why they're not going to break their race. They're going to hit every designated target that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua wants them to hit.
That's right.
And you can look at like an overview, they'll show you America map, they show you nuclear missiles pointing at America, it's like lit up, man. Compared to like countries like Colombia, or
Australia,
Brazil, you know, America is lit up, man.
That's right.
In Russia, last month, they tested some ICBM missiles out their submarines, man. You know, it was hitting targets from 3,400 miles out, man. All right, Russia got their range, man. They was hitting targets from 3,400 miles out, man. And then it set off those alarms in those American military bases, man. The American satellites picked them up and they set off their alarms, man. So Russia, hey, throwing them shots, man. You know? Yep. Then you have they asked Biden before the Super Bowl. They asked him, was he gonna go back into that, joint comprehensive plan of action, that nuclear agreement with Iran, and then he said the only way he'll go back to the table is if Iran reduce the production of uranium. Right. And Iran said they not gonna reduce it, man.
That's right.
So that means Iran gonna continue to produce and see, so all Biden is doing is continue on. All right, all a ton of the Biden.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Regardless of what they be talking about, I had to make it look like that. All right, this Isaiah 34 and 5. We got.
It should not miss. When they begin to shoot
It
into
shall not miss. Going to what the priest just said, it shall not miss. Why? Because the Most High Spirit is literally going to direct each and every missile, which is a grand total of 200 million. If you can receive it or not. Go ahead.
Alright. When they begin to shoot into the ends of the world,
Transcontinental, across land. Go ahead.
verse 14, behold, the plagues are sent.
The plagues. What's the plagues? Hey, not no sickness, not no cold. The plagues are nuclear capability. Nuclear missiles, man. Death plagues. America gonna receive headshots, body shots.
And shall not return again
It shall not return again. So once they're released, they're not coming back. Go ahead.
until they come upon the earth.
Until they come upon the earth. What earth? The landmass or the shores of America, man.
Alright, verse 15, the fire is kindled and shall not be put out
The fire's kindled. Go ahead. Ain't no turning back.
Right.
Go ahead.
until it consume the foundation of the earth.
To it consume the foundation of the earth. Now, once this happened, the land of Ophir, which means what? A reduction to ashes, man. America was built up to be this great empire just so the Most High can reduce it to ashes, man. See what happens, man.
I got proof to prove that they played the scripture. This is Zechariah 14:12. But this shall be the place which the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. The flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Now, what movie was that? Terminator. Literal. Literal.
Connor was holding on to that fence. You saw her whole flesh whipped away from her body, man. And her soul is still inside her body at the same time. That's living hell right there.
That's living hell. And that's going to feel like a day and a half or 3 days. Maybe 7 days for completion. Yeah, time is going to be slowed down because why? Hey, this is that great punishment for all you unbelievers that was mocking, saying that it never could happen. It's going to happen in real time. I won't want to be on this. I won't want to be here when it goes down.
And that's that. And that's why salvation is so important. See, people, everybody want to talk about salvation for everybody. But salvation from what? This the main thing we're gonna need salvation from is these nukes. Right? You see, we're going to be delivered from this destruction that we're prophesying about if we continue on, man. You see, with no other nation, if you have any other nationality on the shores of America, you will die to the nuclear destruction, guaranteed. Only the elect of Israel, all right, in America will be delivered from this destruction that's coming to Babylon, man. You know, and then the elect all over the globe, you know, from their certain calamities, but their main destruction that Israel, that the majority of Israel needs deliverance from, is the destruction that's coming to America, man.
That's it.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah, it ain't like it's going over there. It's coming over here.
It's
You know what I
coming.
mean?
It's coming. Go ahead.
Good. This from the brother Root of David. And this is Isaiah 24, starting verse 19. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved.
Utterly broken down, dissolved. How? Go ahead.
It's moved and seated.
Meaning what? It has been moved out of its place. Why? Back and forth.
The earth shall reel to and fro.
Back and forth like a drunkard. Now you know how a drunkard get down.
Yeah, look at Woodrow.
Wood-
Sip of the sun.
Hell yeah.
Couldn't be out of it, man.
The earth gonna have some ripple.
Right. And it should be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof should be heavy upon it.
Transgression means what? To step across what? Breaking the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Now this city, this harlot, claims to be a whore of the Most High, right? Because she's saying that basically she followed the rules of the Holy Scriptures, but when you compare the Scriptures to the actions of America, it's the opposite. So America has to be punished for being wicked, for being misleading, for being a harlot and deceitful. And because of the prophets of Yahweh Hashem Shai, we're letting you know that America is that great whore. Okay, we're letting you know that America has been sneaking out of her father's house, getting fucked from man to man. She's not no good girl.
Right.
She's a fucking whore, man.
That's why the scriptures say,
And everything has been false flag.
yeah, upon it,
Ooh, like on impact, on impact, on impact, man. Go ahead.
and it shall fall and not rise again.
Oh my God. So that means what? America is falling and can't get up, man.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high, and the keys of the earth upon the earth.
Right. So these kings have to be punished for doing what? For taking in participation with America. Easy. All right. Get what you got, bro.
This is Isaiah 34:5.
Yup.
It says, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven."
Meaning what? The sword, nuclear capability, nuclear activity, heaven, Esau's heaven. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So if Esau controls the earth, this is heaven. Go ahead.
It shall come down upon Idumea.
Right. Who are Idumea? Idumea, that's the Greek way to say what? Edom. That's all it is. So-called white people based on the lineage of their father. Go ahead.
And upon the people of my curse.
Upon the people of my curse, going into what? The nation of Edom, meaning what? Going to Genesis, the 4th chapter, they lack what? Pigmentation, man. Go ahead.
To judgment.
Go ahead.
8.
Yeah, jump to 8.
All right, this Isaiah 34:8. It says, "For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance."
The second coming of Yahushua. Now remember, Yahushua's kingdom is going to be forged by war. Forged means form. He's literally coming back to take the kingdom, man. Go ahead.
And the year of the recompense.
A year of recompense. Here going into time frame of the Lord. Recompense, the payback, the big payback. Go ahead.
For the controversy of Zion.
For the controversy of Zion. A controversy is what? Strife or a dispute, an issue.
Let us come and break them, or cut them off from being the people.
That's right.
That the name of Israel may no more be in remembrance.
Why? Because they want that birthright, man.
That's for the elect. You know, in that controversial, like I say, for the elect. Zion, the memorial, you know, of the Lord, you know, to Zion. Hey, because when you go into the law, you know, Jake lose their mind about the rape law. Well, the Lord is going to intervene on behalf of his bride. Because we're crying out. And Esau's trying to rape us with that mark of the beast, man. He's trying to penetrate, all right, the Lord's bride with the mark of the beast, and we crying out. So the sentence, all right, upon Esau is death, man. You know, we're trying to deal with a woman that's betrothed, all right, which is the elect of Israel, man. So the controversy of Zion, you know, hey, that's the elect crying out in these times, man. That's the controversy, man. You know?
Hey, what you say about the law?
Going into Deuteronomy, going into the law of rape. The woman was betrothed and she cried out, you know, that the man that raped her supposed to be put to death, right? You know? And that's what Esau was trying to do, man. You know?
Hey, so like the elect, it's like that betrothed woman, you know what I'm saying? So we're like screaming.
Yeah, we're
you know
screaming
what I'm saying?
crying out.
We signed and crying.
Right.
You know?
That's it.
And for all you cats talking about the rape doctrine, which was nothing but a safety net
Yeah.
for our nation, okay? This is Ecclesiasticus 42 and verse 1. Of these things be not thou ashamed, and accept no person to sin thereby. It's like it. Of these things be not thou ashamed, and accept no person to sin thereby. Verse 2, of the law of the Most High, and his covenant, and of judgment to justify the ungodly.
Yep.
All
Hey,
right.
Because what the brother said, all these laws were put in place, you know, for a safety net. You know, hey, because the doctrines, you know, what they call the rape, you know, rape doctrine was nothing but a protocol.
That's
that was
it.
in our law.
That's it.
You know, it was made to what? Promote family, man.
That's it.
You know, that's all that was
Family structure.
family structure. You see, hey, but Esau, Edom, that's why you go into the mark of the beast. Talk about how, you know, they received his name. Because when the man marries a woman, you know, that woman takes on his name. And a lot of our people can take on the name with them damn beasts, man.
Now, when you do that, when you receive, because what? When you receive something, that means you consent to it, right? And when you do this through consent, that means you become possession of Esau.
And the covenant,
That's that.
and every covenant, you know, is solidified with what? With blood, man. You know. Now, when you get that chip, and they prick you, don't you bleed?
Yeah.
You see?
That's right.
A lot of you Israelites finna make a blood covenant, you know, with the beast, man.
That's right.
You know, you finna be joined into his system.
That's right.
What married means
To be joined.
to be joined. Yeah. So he. Yep.
Engaging you.
Yep.
But once you take that chip, you're going to be joined.
Hey, it's
Through.
like a program.
Yeah.
Conditioning. First thing, you know.
It's like heroin, YouTube and microchip.
Yeah, lead you
It's
that way.
like it's an escort, you know. Hey, this is Isaiah 18. And your covenant with death should be disannulled.
Your agreement with death to be disannulled. Meaning what? Stop. Abruptly. Go ahead.
Like I say, the destruction. That's what's gonna really disannul that covenant.
Yeah.
Because you might get the chip, you know, you might get to go to the NBA game, you know, for some weeks, for some months, however long
Yeah.
it be. But pretty soon that destruction gonna come, you know, it's gonna be over with.
Yeah.
Because see,
Whatever you get.
the chip, you know, that just puts you in agreement with Esau. But see, you're not in agreement with Yahweh Shem Shai. You see? That's what Jake, you know, hey, we need this whole system to be destroyed, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we have came to the conclusion. That's one of the things about spiritual maturity. You understand that this whole system has to be destroyed. The people, Esau needs to be put out. So how about Shemal Shai set America completely on fire, man? This is that lake of fire, man.
That's right.
And that's gonna disannul all you people that try to save your life within this system, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. And you're going to be that those sacrifices. A sacrifice is what? Zabak
Yep.
and offering.
Yep.
You know?
It says, because it says, and your covenant with death should be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall stand. When the overflow
Going
is,
into what the brother Yasha stated. Go ahead.
But hell is what condition.
A condition.
Because you're by taking this man's vaccine and then eventually taking the chip, that means you're in agreement with it. You are in agreement with this condition.
Yeah.
You saying I agree to these terms
Yeah.
to continue on
Okay,
with these conditions. So you have, you got an agreement with hell, man. You got an agreement with oppression, man.
And when you agree with something, now you became one mind.
Yeah.
One band, one sound.
Yeah.
You know?
the majority of our people who don't know the scriptures, they read that fine print, but not knowing that that's going to be the consequences according to Revelation 14 chapter about
You see?
ruining it, man.
And that's that cup y'all gotta take. Because when Yahweh Shah was speaking about that cup to the disciples when he was in the Garden of Gethsemane, one of those definitions means a divine appointment. So some of you have been basically predestined to receive that mark, which is your divine appointment on the left-hand side. You know?
Yep. It says, it should not, I'm going to start back over. It says, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we in agreement.
Yep.
When the overflow
And
is
Esau is hell. The gates of hell. Esau is hell. The nobility.
I said those proud waters.
Yeah, the proud waters, the nobility of Edom. Nobility means what? Highborn.
When the overflowing scourge shall pass through,
And what's that? Fire, more fire. Nuclear activity in the form of nuclear missiles, man. Go ahead.
it should not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves.
Right, and that's the mindset of 2/3 of our people, as well as these other nations that are in consent with this beast system.
Hey, you got Nate, the latest example. You know, he's trying to backpedal on that Jacob Trouble lie. You know? Hey, it's only so long you can lie, man. You know? Hey, because now it don't make no damn sense.
Gotta make up
See,
another
yeah,
lie.
you gotta try to
You gotta
come.
come
This,
on.
he lied. This guy lied on a lie he told last year, man. No? He had made lies his refuge, man. And now he getting walked down. Hey, prophecy is cutting the ring off, right? You know?
About getting questioned by his members,
Yeah.
you know? Like trying to say that statement that he made in video to that Benjamin pastor or reader, he trying to say that he was talking about Jacob's trouble didn't happen at that point in time. No, you got cut, man.
Nah.
You know, so trying to backpedal, like the brother said, cover up his mistakes, man. But at the end of the day, we know guys like they are set up. That's why the scripture say Isaiah 56 chapter, they are dumb dogs. They can't speak, man. Mm-hmm. That's why those restraints of that 501c3, man. It's like a muzzle around your mouth. You only have certain things to talk about. Certain things you can't talk about according to the scriptures. You know?
It's a curriculum, person.
It's a curriculum.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro. Yeah, go ahead.
And it's Isaiah 13 and 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains like as a great people. A tumultuous noise of the kingdom of the nations gathered together. The Most High of the hosts muzzled the host of the battle.
Yeah, he said, like a great people, because the Lord like his own listeners to the section of an army. Right. You know? That's part of the Lord's army that needs to be structured. That's why they're going to march, you know, to Babylon, man. You know, from all these other nations. Right. All right? That's how these nations are going to speak to America, man, because they see it, man. You know? Yeah, so this is how these nations eventually, this is how they're going to talk to America. They're going to, instead of sending an actual ambassador, they're going to send them missiles. That's going to be the ambassador, man. Mm-hmm. You got it, bro.
Verse 5. They come from a far country.
They come from a far country. That's the missiles going to be like ambassadors. All right, go ahead.
From the end of the heaven.
Yep.
Even the Most High and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
Hey, the weapons of his indignation, their righteous anger to destroy the whole land, because the Lord already gave a demonstration with Sodom and Gomorrah in that same chapter. Jump to 17, Bible shop, bro. Because the Lord already gave an example, a demonstration, you know, with Sodom and Gomorrah. He said that if you live like this, you're going to get that same destruction. Yeah. So America did it. So that's why the Lord calls the missiles his weapons of indignation, because it's a righteous anger. Right. You was warned and you was shown, you know, what would happen if you lived after this fashion, man. And America did it anyway. All right? Big nigga, you know, run the 100. You know, destroying all the records. You know, you got the transformer coming in first, second, and third. Right. All right. You know, go ahead, bro.
Hey, this is Isaiah 13, 17.
Yep.
Behold, I will stir the Medes against them.
And he will stir up the Medes, because when you look at it, you can see, all right, that the elites have been heavily funded the Russian military, man. All right, they are very advanced, man, and their military design just to go heads up with America, man. America relies heavily on defense force. Well, Russia has the S-300, S-400, S-500, all right, missile defense system, which is meant to target, all right, fighter jets, man. All right, America is known for having, you know, these aircraft carriers and this strong navy. Well, Russia has the most stealth submarine bombers that can blow up, all right, American ships from underwater, man. You see? So the Medes are stirred up, man. You know? Go ahead.
We should not regard silver and ask for gold. They should not delight in it.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to buy your way out of it, man. You know? They don't want to do no trade deal with you. You know, with nothing, man. You know? It's just gonna be on, man. Go ahead.
Verse 18. That both also shall dash the young men to pieces.
Yep.
And they should have no pity on the fruit of the womb.
Yep.
Their eyes shall not spare children.
Yeah, so you think missiles gonna care about, you know, the age of someone? No, man. All right. You know, they coming to destroy it, man. Go ahead.
And verse 19.
Get the point.
In Babylon, the glory of the kingdom.
Yep. All right, they're the top warlocks on the earth. Chaldean excellency, man. America has been their masterpiece in the earth. It's been their magic wand. They got the whole nation to conform, you know, unto America. The whole world to conform unto America, man.
The golden cup.
They golden cup. You know, go ahead.
Shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. He did it through fire, just like the name of the lesson. Burn, baby, burn, man. Sodom and Gomorrah burnt. All right? And you go into the concentration of sulfur, you know, that they find in Sodom and Gomorrah, all right? it's twice as hot as any other sulfur concentration that they find on Earth.
Yeah.
They say it was like it was from another realm. You know?
You got good Revelation 11 and 8 just to back up a y'all.
And this Revelation 11 and 8. And the dead bodies should lie in the street
Their dead bodies, Israelites, go ahead.
of the great city,
Great city, referring to America, go ahead.
which is spiritual, is called Sodom and Egypt.
Which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Spiritually means what? In the Greek, goes into to be assisted by the Holy Spirit. Meaning what? The Holy Spirit lets you know that America is Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay?
I got a book in the bag. This is Joel 3:19. It said, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate
Hey,
wilderness.
desolation means what? Utterly empty. Wilderness means what? Basically going back to ground zero. Nothing has been cultivated. Why? Because this is the aftermath once those nuclear missiles make contact with the landmass of America, man.
Hey, then the scripture in Revelation 11, it linked Babylon, all right, to spiritual Egypt and Sodom, but then it just linked Egypt to Edom. You see? Put a name on it. And it says, for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in the
Slavery.
land.
Slavery. Now, what does Numbers 35 and 33 states? And you spilled that blood has, hey, your blood has to be spilled. Okay?
Be accounted for.
Yeah, that's what it means, eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth.
And then say, but by the blood was there was shed. So that means
And be them.
you the only ones that
Yeah, not nobody else.
that fit the requirements, man.
The criteria.
Yeah, you don't want
Him over there.
only your blood can make it right, man. You know, this is only the blood of Hawashai, purge the sins of the elect. You know, only your blood is going to cleanse, all right, that blood that you spilled, man.
That's right.
You know?
The blood offering, right?
Yep.
Yeah, quick, I'm just going to the Americans, that daughter of Babylon. It says Ezekiel 16, verse 44. Behold, everyone that uses proverbs should use this proverb against thee.
Now, proverb is what? A wise saying. Go ahead.
Saying, as is the mother, so is her daughter.
So America is just like her mother. And who is America's mother? Spiritually, Babylon. So America is modern day Babylon. Modern means what? Just now. Okay, so America acts just like her mother. Babylon was a whore, America is a whore. Babylon dealt with Satan on the left hand side of the Most High, so does the daughter of Babylon, which is America. This is Luke 12:45, and it states, but, and if that servant say in his heart, my Lord delay his coming, and shall begin to beat the men servants and maidens,
Yeah,
and
because you gotta think like guys, that like the scripture say, gift destroys the heart, which is the mind. You see, and also the scripture say, where there's no vision, the people perish. You see, there's no vision over there at the whole IUIC. They are infatuated right now. So when you get caught on having fun, when you caught up doing something you enjoy, what's the thing that you tend to do? Lose track of time.
relax.
Yeah. So it's like the Lord delayed his coming.
Yeah.
Because why? You're so much enjoying this system, this kingdom, you're losing track of time.
And you know what? Since you said that, when you go into that term beats in the Greek, it means to disquiet one's conscience.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And to beat the men servants and maidens, and to eat and drink and to be drunken.
Yep.
So if you drunken, that means what? You intoxicated from a spiritual standpoint. So Nate teaches what? Spiritually bullshit. Okay, that Jacob's trouble is not talking about Jacob's trouble. It doesn't make sense. Or that does he talk about the microchip?
It's just like you
says
don't
that
Wayne.
Okay.
It ain't like the real Wayne. You drunk, but it ain't drunk out.
He don't say it's the mark of
Saying it wrong.
Okay. So his philosophies leads to what? Destruction, which disquiet your conscience, man. Yeah, you get the Revelation.
Alright.
Revelation 17 to 15.
This Revelation, say 17, 15, or 17.
16.
It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast.
The 10 horns is the EU, the beast, NATO. The beast is what? NATO, EU, and America. Go ahead. So the 10 horns added more countries to the EU to offset prophecy, man. Initially, they started with 10 horns, then they added more countries to offset prophecy. Yeah, it's like 27. Go ahead, bro.
It says, these shall hate the whore.
These shall hate the horse. These shall hate the horse going into the EU, the European Union. Go ahead.
These shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate and naked. Shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire.
So what is this saying? That the EU is going to send missiles on America, man? They get Obadiah. About the first chapter talks about Confederate with the.
Well, the Most High have put it in their hearts to fulfill His will.
So the fulfillment of the will of Yahweh Bashir Al-Shah is what for the EU ultimately to send missiles over here on America, man. All right, you see what the Brexit and all of that. So even the EU is breaking up. But the goal is what for America to be fired upon by the EU as well. All right?
And so Obadiah 1:7. All the men of that confederacy.
That's the EU. Confederacy means what? You are joined. You are allies. You are in an agreement. Go ahead.
And brought thee even to the borders. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee.
Right, because why? According to the will of the Most High, is for the EU to turn on America. Now what? The EU and America has made a lot of money off each other. All right, from the concept of trading back and forth.
That's where you get that the Treaty of Rome.
Yeah.
The economic community.
That's right.
Those 10 common markets. You
Mhm.
know, the EU and America. You know, they had the trade deals going. You know, that's why. You know, you have even within Africa, man. Those are nothing but Africa is colonized by European nations, man. South and Central America is colonized by America and EU nation, man. And they make those different trade agreements throughout the earth, man. You know, they all have that same common market where they're able to trade, man.
That's right.
You know, and that's why those 10 toes. You know, someone was weak, someone was strong. That's why you had Britain did the Brexit, man.
That's right.
They wanted to opt out of that trade market, man, to do their own thing, man.
Yeah. And weak and strong is based on what? Their economy.
Yep.
You know? Is that it? Let's finish it up.
Right.
It gets money. That America, go ahead.
And laid a room under thee. There is none under understanding in him.
Right, so America will be set up by the EU. And this is the fulfillment of Yahweh Bashir Al-Shah going into Revelation, the 17th chapter. All right, goes to show you that the Most High rules within the kingdom of men.
Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them go.
And
They come up.
the mighty men, all right, these military, these other nations, man. You know, all the nations' militaries are coming, you know, together to be gathered in this one region. You know, over there in the east, you know, over there by modern day Syria, you know, like the northeast, all right, the northwest of modern day Syria, all right, which is the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. You know, Yahweh Shaphat. All right, and within the Lord's final judgment, America, all right, will be completely destroyed. Go ahead.
It says, beat your plowshares into swords,
Yep.
and yet your pruning hooks into spears.
Yep.
Let the weak say, I am strong.
Yeah, because now these nations are investing into their military. All right, hey, because even though Iran is suffering economically, they still scraping the pot, you know, to put into their military, man. You know, because they know That's their last stance. That's the only thing that they can use to deter, all right, an American offensive, man. You know, it's a strong defense. Go ahead.
Yeah, because America can't be that old bully like it once was, man. Go to another country and enforce their democracy. But now you on the same playing field with these other countries. Now they got the same nuclear capability as you now, man. You know how Debo was on Friday? I remember smoking was like, he don't go in the other street. You know what I'm saying? So you can't do that with these other nations now because they got the same type of nuclear technology, or might even better now, you know?
Okay. You keep reading your Joel.
And it says, this verse 11, it says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about.
Yep.
They're the cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord.
Yeah, because it's wartime now. You know, the Most High, the scriptures say, brother read earlier how the Most High mustered the battle. And then he's the one instigating this war. All right? Because the elite, they pride themselves in playing on both sides, but the Most High plays on them.
Right.
You see? Go ahead.
Work for them. They work for him.
Verse 12, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
He said, let the heathen be wakened. You know, come out that scary state. You know, because the heathens are doing things now they wouldn't dare to do 20 years ago, man. All right, Iran, you know, shot a missile in American military base, man. Iran couldn't do that 20, 30 years ago, man. You know, your cousin or auntie would have been on his next tour to Iran. All right? Yeah, they would have invaded Iran, but they can't do that now because Iran has Russia, China behind it, and Iran has their own, you know, deterrence, man.
Not to mention America spread it thin too.
Yep.
Yeah, you think about the Kim Jong-un, North Korea. Look how he been proud for over the years, man, with America. You know what I'm saying? Like that's never happened before in past history, man. You know. All right, this is verse. Starting verse 13. Put ye in the circle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for that wickedness is great.
The wickedness is great. You see, the more wicked you get, the closer you get to that destruction, man. Hey, because the Most High has a stopping point to this madness that we see in the earth, man. You know, Esau wasn't set up, you know, for this perpetual wicked rulership, man. He was set up for a time period, man. Why scripture say he got bounds that he can't pass, man. You know? And when he get to a certain point, man, the Most High is going to unleash the destruction. So he's allowing Esau, you know, to push society and be more and more wicked. While on the right hand side, he's sitting with the elect. And then when the elect see him, man, he gonna unleash that wind on destruction, man.
And that's when Esau actually reached that ceiling, when he can't go any further.
Right.
Yeah, that pinnacle, man.
Yep. It's in verse 14. Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision.
In the valley of decision, man. Hey, because now we feel, you know, you don't have to follow guys. See, all finna be brought to action, man. You know, now we in the time where a decision finna be made. Who gonna run the earth, man? All right, who gonna have control of the people, man? This is the decision that we finna come to, but the scriptures already let you know how it's gonna turn out. You know?
This Isaiah 14:10 says, all they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we?
Yeah, hey, because America, you know, Esau, Edom as a whole, the Most High, you know, for the script of man, make them bear, man. You know, because the Lord, you know, he exalted Esau in the earth, man. You know, go ahead.
Art thou become like unto us?
Yep.
Pump is brought down to the grave.
Yeah, that pride. You know, hey, because you know, once you're used to being in control of everything for so long, you know, when it gets to a point where you don't know what's gonna happen next, man. Now that pride got to leave, man.
Yeah.
You see, when you don't know what's gonna happen, you see that pride gotta leave, man. Now you subjected to what's happening, man. You see, you're used to being able to manipulate reality. Now you subject to reality. Most High gonna show you he's in control of reality, man. You Hard to say.
I didn't-
Yeah. Let me read the list. It says, "Thy cup is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy valves, and the wound,
Bread is a low condition,
uh,
you know.
and the worm is spread under thee, and the worm cover thee."
Yeah, the eruption from the inside, outside, all the way through. The place is corroded. The system is corroded. Yep.
Yeah, we was at report card.
D, the infrastructure,
The
the D.
infrastructure, yeah.
In China, 10 over there, man.
And you know what's crazy, man? Now, how many people China has? Like a couple billion, right? Do you know they never have like traffic jams and things of that nature? It's just a continuous flow. You know?
This land is confused.
Right.
Driving over.
And it's Isaiah 47:7. And thou said it, I shall be a lady forever. So thou did not lay this thing to slide. Isaiah 47:7. And thou said it, I shall be a lady forever.
Yep.
So
Can I say something? America, kind of like Cameron on Paid in Full. When I get out, I'm still gonna be king. You know, only a powerful individual would say that going into the spirit of America, man.
Hey, this Revelation 18, and back to you said, verse 7. How much she had glorified herself and lived deliciously,
I'm gonna be a lady forever.
so much torment and sorrow give her, for she said in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
Yeah, so the Lord, is raising the pride, has raised the pride of America just for a great overthrow. Because the people are for the suffering, man. People started them, people going to go to eat cannibalism, all right? You know about these, Instagram models, you can see them, probably eating their children, you see, starving to death, being raped to death, man. America is going to be greatly humbled. The people, the inhabitants of America, man, you're going to be greatly humbled in the earth, man.
So like, no, I said like the brother just brought out, how I should see no sorrow. America's been that proudful. All that road doing has been doing throughout this whole earth since it's been a so-called established nation, man. You know what I'm saying? Go to different countries, you'll take their resources, you'll murder innocent civilians, all in the name of your democracy, man. You still gonna say I should see no sorrow. Like at the end of the day, you're gonna touch the Most High's chosen people, and you still feel like in your right mind, or like you did, and you didn't do anything, man.
Like sex trafficking,
Yeah, that's how that's coming to the light.
yeah,
Pedophilia,
bestiality.
So thou said it, and that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart. This remind
Meaning
did
what?
remember.
She never thought that she could eventually go down. She always thought that she would still be and remain that woman literally forever, thinking that she would have a continuous kingdom.
like on Titanic, when, they would say even God himself couldn't sink this ship. But that's how America thinks by itself, being taken down, man. You have any type of normal conversation, man.
Right.
That's how they feel about the military.
Alright, I got Psalms 10 and 4. It says, "The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High."
Yep, the pride of his counsel, because here it is, there's a prescribed way to live in the earth. The law, statutes, commandment, that's the way to run the earth. See, people always try to act like they got to come up with new laws and change this and tweak that. The Most High already laid, the blueprint on how to govern the whole planet Earth, man. How to deal with marriage, how to deal with land, the land sabbath, how to deal
In a situation,
all
you
these
can navigate
situations,
it through the scripture.
how to deal with theft, how to deal with homosexuality, how to deal with witchcraft. You see, Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, all right, has a whole blueprint on how to run the whole entire earth and run it in prosperity.
And look how the spiritual world is set up
Yeah.
in total order
Yeah.
on earth as it is in heaven.
Yeah.
That's why Yahweh Shai has to come down and be that righteous hedge, man.
Yeah.
So like that righteous hedge.
And you got this guy in charge, like Esau Edom, he goes far and beyond just to do the opposite of what the scriptures say, man. Through the pride of his heart, he will not seek after the Most High, man. That's why this destruction is coming like it's coming. Go ahead.
Psalm 10:6. He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity.
Yeah. So this man said he'll never be moved or he'll never be in adversity. That's this man's mindset. Why you think he's moving like he's moving, man? You know? The way that the so-called white man moves as if there is no higher power than him. You know? He moves and he doesn't have to answer to anything, anyone.
You know why? Going back to Genesis, the 4th chapter, he's been a fugitive for so long.
Right.
You know, he think he'll never be covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And this Psalm 50 and 17, send out haters instruction and casting my words behind me.
Yeah. And that's what we see happen. We see happen over and over again. Here it is, you know, Joe Biden sweared in, you know, January 20th, January 21st, you know, he writes executive orders that's contrary to the Bible that he's supposed to swear it in on.
Number 19, initially,
It was like 20,
And last time I checked, it was 30.
I think Bush did fine the first day.
Man, it was the wickedest shit ever. You know what I mean?
Back over. Isaiah 47:7. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. And so that did not lay these things to thy heart. These did not remember the letter. It's like the letter end of it.
Yeah, see, Esau didn't never think about this part. You see, Esau, you know, he just knew, you know, that, you know, they call manifest destiny. See, he just was living in his moment, his blessing. But he didn't think about the blessing of Jacob. He didn't think about the destruction prophesied in the scripture. You know, go ahead.
Verse 8. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasure,
Yep.
that dwellest careless,
Yep.
that sayest in thy heart, I am.
And that's the pride of Esau Edom. He says he is. That's what he's doing. When you look at the news and you see what this guy is doing, that's what he's saying. All right? When he's saying, you know, he got his medical field, trust his signs. You see? You got you know, Moab, you know, with him and Esau in cahoots, building human-like robots. You got Moab trying to build the sun. You see? You got Esau trying to go into space. This is this man saying he is, man. All right? He wants to do away, you know, with farming. He wants to 3D print food. You know, he wants to grow meat in the lab. That's this man saying he is, man. He wants to edit your genes. You know, he wants to take something out of your DNA and replace a new instruction within your DNA, man. You know? That's him saying he is, man. This is what this man is saying through his actions, man. You know? Go ahead.
So I am, and none else beside me.
Yep.
I should not sit as a widow.
Yep.
Neither should I know the loss of children.
Yeah, a widow, because a widow is someone who needs comfort. You see? People who needs to be comforted after loss. You know? And America is saying, we just said that they will never be moved, and they'll never be in adversity. You see? So America doesn't think they're going to be in a bad position, man. They'll at least think they'll never be in a bad case, man. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment of one day.
Yep.
The loss of children,
Yep.
widowhood,
Yep.
that shall come upon thee in the perfection.
And the perfection, hey, the perfect timing. You know? Everything gonna happen in its perfect timing, man. You know, these American soldiers that scattered abroad, they gonna die where they at, man. You know, these other nations already got them mapped out. Man. They gonna die where they at, man. You know, go ahead.
For the multitude of thy sorceries,
Yep,
and for the great abundance of thy enchantments.
yep. Hey, cause this place was built on witchcraft. It thrives on witchcraft. You see, everything you see is some type of left-hand ritual, man. All right. Look at the Super Bowl. That whole the commercial, the rituals, the halftime show, rituals. All right. All these award shows are rituals. These rap videos, rituals, enchantments. You see? Go ahead.
Verse 10, thou hast trust in the wickedness, thou hast said, none sees me.
Yeah, they have trusted in their wickedness. They have trusted in their secrecy, man. You know? Go ahead.
Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee.
Yeah, perverted thee has made thee crooked. You see, Esau's wisdom and knowledge on the left hand side has made him very crooked, man. You know, go ahead.
And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none is beside me.
Go ahead.
Verse 11, therefore shall evil come upon thee, and thou shalt not know when hence it risen.
Yeah, so there's things that's going to happen that the elites didn't plan, man. You see, this is what's going to kill their pump and their pride. When things start happening that they didn't plan. Because they pride themselves about going and being, 10, 20 steps ahead of everyone. Being 20, 30 years ahead of everyone. They pride themselves off that. So when things start to happen, they don't know, who made that call. How about Shah made that call, man? You see? So it's going to be a lot of things happening. I expect to see some way far out things that we done seen, man. This ain't even a warm up, man. We just now getting into the parking lot, with these prophecies, man. Go ahead.
And mischief shall fall upon thee,
Yep.
thou shalt not be able to put it off.
Yeah, mischief is an evil, that causes harm. You see? So the Most High finna do some work in the earth, man. And what he do to America, that's gonna be a great feat, because this is a massive land mass, man. You see? And America is nothing but the pride city, of the but they know the prophecy, try to upset prophecy, man. They're already shifting everything to the east, man. Because they know this place,
I said it, bro. Me and the brother in the gym like about 4 years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And this guy told us that America will never be stopped. Yeah, the America will never be stopped. They can't be touched like we told us.
So what you supposed to say?
Yeah.
Because what happened to the Median Persian, the Greeks, the Romans,
He was just juiced out from America.
Yeah.
He was just out here. He was drunk,
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. This 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4. It says, who opposes and exalted himself above all and is called the Most High.
This talking about Esau evil. All right? The man of sin. But this is the man of sin. Because his whole, with his rulership, all he does is push, the earth to sin, man.
And what he promotes.
Hey, cause like we were reading, we did that lesson the other day. We had went to the account, during the time of the Persians. When they tried their feminist shit. You see, even the Persians, Elon, they put their shit down, man. They had some integrity.
Yeah.
But see, this is the man of sin, man. This man has no integrity, no morals, no righteousness, like scripture. The spirit that's in him is not upright. His soul is lifted up and not upright, man.
And you know what? Since you said that, and going back to the time of the Persians, now remember they made a decree that it should be passed around from the top all the way to the bottom. But Esau's so wicked, let's fuck up the other nations, but let's keep our household structure in order. You know what I'm saying? A smart tactic.
It says, I'm sorry about that. It says, who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worship, so that he is as the Most High seated in the temple of the Most High.
Hey, Esau wants to be the most high on earth, man. Hey, because even going to that chip, you know, he had a movie saying how, you know, the only way people will have children is if, you know, the new rulers want you to have children, man. You know, he wants to control.
Total control.
Yeah. You know, this man, hey, you think you're oppressed now, man, you wait. All right? You niggas just wait, man. You think, all right, that you this new world order is gonna be an upgrade for your life, man. You know, you just wait, man. This man finna show you his true beast-like nature, man. You know?
And they got they set up these different surveillance cameras all throughout different cities, states of America. And as it says, the eyes of the Lord 10,000 times brighter than the sun. So they try to mimic the Most High, you know, build the angels, man.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they also had a little slogan. It's called, you know, Big Brother is watching you. You know, get any type of smart TVs, anything like that. They say they be actually spying on you, man.
Now the Most High has the chariots, and Esau has the drones.
Yeah.
Hey, because that social credit, you know, dealing with your social status, if you say anything, because see, like that, he wants to be the Most High. Like, you know, you can do something, you know, and the Most High can check you up right there. Well, Esau, he want that power. You know, you can think a thought against the government. You know, and he can jack you up. You know, shut your chip off.
Right.
You know.
And you know what? They showed that in the movie of The Last Great Crime, The Last American Great Crime.
Yeah.
You know, dude had something in his head. We believe it was a chip. Of course it was a chip, but even when you thought of something, basically something that happened inside your head where automatically you would just shut down, you know? Yeah.
This man want to put your thoughts on the grid, man. And they was talking about how they could, when they master this brain chip, they can remove thoughts and put whatever thoughts they want in you, man. He can give you a vision. You know, like both sides give you a vision. You know, Esau wanted to give you a vision, man. You know what I'm saying? What type of sick, twisted shit you are
You know what? Esau is the only nation that it's all about this. We're trying to be like the Most High. That's because he put himself up as the Most High in his son. You know, so he the main one. Most High got a problem with. I got all of them, but he's like the not one motherfucker that Most High gonna get.
The scripture states he said in his heart, I am. You know, I exist in every fashion we call life. You know, that's it.
It says showing himself that he is the Most High.
Hey, cool. You gotta go to the end. That's it. And then always, Most High always brings how he gonna end this guy, man. Go ahead.
And then shall the wicked be revealed.
You know, so the Lord said, first I'm gonna reveal this nigga, man. You know? Show you who this nigga is, show you who he's about. Alright? These are Edomites. Alright? These are the nation that I said I hate. This is the nation, alright, that has no mercy within the scriptures, man. You know, go ahead.
It says, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
Reveal the prophets. Alright? We're the mouthpiece from Yahweh Bashim al-Shah. You know, we express, alright, how Yahweh Bashim al-Shah feels on his throne. You know? He's not coming down here to speak, alright, to you damn mortals, man. Alright? He raised up the prophets, man, to show you, to tell you, alright, how he feels, man, and what he's finna do, man, in the earth, man. And it's a warning to the elect, alright, it's a condemnation to everyone else, man. Go ahead.
You guys looking at precept for
You got it.
This is Hosea 1 and 2.
Yep.
The beginning of the word of the Lord Yahweh by Hosea.
Yep.
And the Lord Yahweh said to Hosea, go, take unto thee a wife of whoredoms and children of whoredoms, for the land have committed great whoredom, departing from the Lord Yahweh. The reason why I brought that out is because just to show how the Most High deals with the prophets to speak his word.
We're saying the book of Luke, out of the mouth of the Holy Prophet.
Yeah.
Yeah. 8, it says, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. And
brother just proved. You know, Lord always utilize the ministry of proper. Matter of fact, get that same book, Hosea 12 and 10. You know, just confirm it. You know, Jeremiah 28, Jeremiah 1, 10.
And Isaiah 12, Hosea 17 has spoken, has also spoken by the prophets. I have multiplied vision and used similitude by the ministry of the prophets.
You know, so the Lord speaks by his prophet, man, because if he spoke to the earth, man, everybody would die.
Right.
You know? We can't handle that frequency, man. We talking directly to the Most High, man. You know?
That's right. They moan.
They right.
That was just the introduction.
Right.
You know?
No. We let you talk.
Go ahead.
What's up?
No? We're going to use the prophet. Esau was being consumed, man. Go ahead.
Alright, it says, it shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
That should be how it shot. This is to aid in their destruction, man. Right? This place gonna burn, baby, burn, man. America's gonna be completely on fire. The elite's gonna be scared shitless in their bunkers. Alright? And the elect gonna be delivered, man. Alright? So this is where we at with it, man. You know? Alright, with that, we pray that you brothers and you sisters to watch edify.
Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Kakadash.
Double honors to the apostle and the elder Bishop Rule Will, teach you well, being great example. Till next time, shalom.